Observe. Observe the tent. Observe the color around you. The shirts and the dresses around. How do you observe it? What is observation? Can you observe? You observe through the eye, don't you? Now, can you observe without moving the eye? Because I believe if you move the eye, the whole operation of the brain comes into being. I won't go into this because you will turn it into some kind of mystical, nonsensical thing. Mysterious and, occult and all the rest of that. Please, there is something mysterious in the world. Hidden things which you cannot possibly find unless you have laid the foundation of righteousness to live correctly, truthfully, without conflict. Then you have all kinds of powers. But if you start seeking powers of various kinds, then you are lost. You become somewhat neurotic. So, can you observe, as you do with your eyes, to look without any distortion? The moment there is distortion, the brain is in operation. Sorry, I've got lots of things about it. We won't meet it. You understand? Now look at something without moving your eyes. How still the brain becomes. Have you noticed it? The moment you look all around, there's then taking all that in. Well, I won't go into that. Anyhow, how do you observe all this? You observe not only with your eyes, but you observe with all your care. If you are interested, you observe with care, which means you observe with affection. Care means affection. Right? No? So, is there an observation of the fact, not the idea, but the fact, with care, with affection? Is there an observation of violence with care and with affection? Therefore, there is no, you follow? You don't see all this. It is so simple once you capture this. Attention implies care. Begin with awareness. Awareness implies care, affection. So you approach what is with care, with affection. Therefore, where there is affection, there is no judgment. Right? There is no condemnation. Therefore, you are free of the opposite. I wonder if you get this.
So we have to love very profoundly.
No, not we have to love. That's not an action of will. If you want to, if there is to be an understanding of what is, and what is implies, what is maybe violence, greed, brutality, cruelty, or affection, or joy. Awareness implies great care in looking. When you have a baby, the mother cares infinitely. With affection, gets up at 2, 3, 4 in the morning, half a dozen times, watching. So, in the same way, where there is awareness, there is care, there is affection. Can there be observation and awareness of violence with care, to look at it with a great deal of care. See all its operation, what is implied, how it affects humanity. You follow the whole of it, what's happening in the world, what's happening inside, to look at it with infinite care and affection. Then there is no duality. The mother doesn't say, my baby is not so beautiful as that baby. See, her baby. Later on she might wish it. So, awareness implies observing the fact, not the idea of the fact, but the fact of what is. And that in that awareness there is infinite care, watching, affection, then there is no duality. Duality exists because we don't know what to do with what is. Now when I know what to do with it, duality is non-existent. When I know, say, for example, that I am greedy, I go into it very, very carefully. Is it the word that has incited the feeling? Or does the feeling exist without the word? I must find out that first. That is, I see a shirt, material of a shirt, and there is a perception, contact, sensation, the desire to have it, and cut properly, put on, you follow? The image begins. So, that is greed. Now, is there greed